Hello, good morning everyone, Steven here. Welcome back to my design process video. So this is part 5. In part 4 we looked at this model and we've kind of redone the floor plans, as you can see here, and we've also looked into the circulations. So we added some staircase to go to the upper levels where the bedrooms are, and to the bottom where the master bedroom is. So for today, what I like to do is to keep looking at the design and maybe see if everything works, and then from there we're gonna take out some of the floor plans, and then we can go back into Photoshop and start sketching some idea to see if it's really going into the direction that we want. So if we go back to the floor plan, as you can see, on the top floor I had 2 bedrooms and a shared bathroom, and they have like a not really usable living space, but space in between, and at the bottom master bedroom with their own bathroom. When I've laid out all the services, like let's say the kitchen, the bathroom, I try to make it so it's all online. It's just to save cost for the plumbing and all the electrical. But I feel that having 2 bathrooms is a bit too much. So I was thinking, instead of having 2 bathrooms on top, like those here, maybe it would be better to have them all on the same level, so they could share a bathroom, or maybe we can have like a big bathroom for the masters, and which will have like a bathtub, like nicer ones, and then maybe next to it you'll have just a WC and a shower tray. So maybe what we could do is to just remove the ones at the top and I guess this part at the bottom will be increased. I mean, just by doing this, it kind of resolved one of the things that I didn't like when we were doing the circulation. I had some issue with the staircase going up and going down, and problem with the head height. So, but just having maybe all the bedrooms at the bottom, it will just save us that issue. So I think the staircase, we could maybe delete this and use a similar staircase design as that we use for the entry. So let's say we copy that. Maybe it's better to work on the working models, which doesn't have the staircase. So because the staircase object on into the component, so you can just select both of them, edit, cut, get into the component, edit, paste in place. So now if you go back to the working model, they're here. So what we can do is just go inside, click this, and make a copy. I don't think you need 2 of them, but I'm just gonna copy. Don't forget, if you want to make a duplicate, you just have to move an object and then press Ctrl, and then you'll see a little plus sign, which means it will create a copy. So I get this, and I can pull that up around here and make sure maybe this one is in line with this. Okay, so as you can see here, there's a problem, like the floor level is a bit too high, and it's because here we actually decided to step it down. Sometimes when you design, you tend to have some little problem like this, and they are kind of self-inflicted. So what you could do is just drop this down to the same level like so, and then your problem will be resolved. It might change the idea that you have at the beginning, where because if I remember well, at the beginning we wanted to emphasize that transition to from the semi-private to the private. So first by the change of level, but then that's when you have to think, is it worth it? Will it just create more problem than benefit? So in this case, I think I'll just drag it down and make sure it's in line with the stairs, and then I can just maybe pull everything back up so it's in line with the entry. Like so, and maybe delete this, and maybe we can just stretch that. Oops. Like so. And this needs to go back up a bit as well. But those are just little details. Okay. So I think we'll have the bedrooms here. So maybe we can just pull the livable area until here, and this is gonna be maybe like the terrace or the outdoor space. So if we go back to our housing context, see how it changed, and maybe this can be moved here, and we can pull that all the way to here. Okay, so we'll have here the bathrooms, master bedrooms, 2 other bedrooms here, and like a outdoor living, decking, living room, kitchen, dining, and entry. So now what we'll do is just try to export some floor plans so we can do some sketching. So first I'll just go into parallel projection, go top view. So that's the roof. So we're just gonna create a scene. Roof. And then actually, if we want to do floor plans, we have to use the section tool. So it's this one here, section tool, and then you just make sure it's stick on the plane that it's parallel to the floor. So you click once, then you zoom back, select it, and make sure that it cuts all the spaces that you want to design. So here we cut through the lobby, kitchen, dining, and the living area, and then we got the what do you call it? Decking. So align view, and we're gonna create another scene. We're gonna call it main floor, and now we can create another section and make sure that it cuts to the lower floors. Oop, I've selected the wrong one. Here, make sure it's aligned as well. Zoom in. So this is the area. So we got a square here, we're gonna make it bottom floor. So now what we can do, let's just cycle through all the images. As you can see here, the view isn't consistent, all of them. So what we'll do is just go back to roof, and we're gonna go into the style, because if you go to the main floor, you can see that's like the gray area, and that's the section plane that is being shown. So if you go to the style option, go to mix or edit, you have to deselect section plane, which is good, and now you have to update the scene. So you update everything, it's going to save that new style. What you can do now to keep the same view on all of them, just select the one that you like, select the other two, then click update scene, and make sure that you only update the camera location and the style, because the other one hasn't have the section plane off, so just want to make sure that's done. Press update. So now if you go to roof and all the other one, they're all on the same view, because that's the only properties that's been updated to be similar to the main floor. So now that you've done that, what we want is to export them as images, so we can draw on top. One way that you can do is, because you could just do file, export 2D graphic, and we can do that for one. I'll just show you. So 2D graphic, go to desktop, and here we can call it bottom floor. And then if we go to our desktop, and where is it? Bottom floor. We have it here. But let's say we have more than one. In this case, we have 3. So another little trick that I found is if you go File, Export, do before you do that, you have to go to Model Info, Animation, and make sure the Enable Scene Transition is set to off, because otherwise you will export like the transition images, and we don't need that. Press OK, and then you go back to Export, Animation, Image Sets. I'm gonna make it in folder, Floor Plans, Concept. Go inside, and I'm gonna call it New Concept. Option, I think 720 is fine, even 480, because I mean it's just for to trace over. Press OK, export, and so it will create images of all the scene that you save. So actually it has saved 4 images that we won't actually use, but I feel it's a really useful little trick. As you can see here, we have all the images that we needed, and we didn't have to do save as, look for a folder for each of them. So now I'll just go into Photoshop. So that's what we had before. I'm just gonna group this and turn it off. Turn that off. We're gonna import all the 3 that we need. Just copy. So this one is the lower floor. That's the main floor, and this is the roof. So it's better to bring all of them together, then you can select them, and you can press Ctrl T to activate the transform tool, and you can just scale them. Okay, so that's what we have. Now I'm just gonna group them, call that new concept, change the opacity, and start renaming. So this one is roof, this one main floor, this one is bottom floor. Don't really care so much about the roof now. Okay, so I'm just gonna turn on the main roof, and we're gonna start drawing on top. I'll lower the opacity a bit more, just to get a faint idea of the outline. Taking my brush tool, and now let's redraw. Oops, forgot to connect my tablet. Okay, let's take the brush tool and maybe make a bigger brush size, and then go over the edges. So right now we got the staircase, and this is like the parking pad area, but the main entry of the house is gonna be around here. So we have that kind of outline. And so those are the three zones. So here we'll have a kitchen, and this is a dining, living, outdoor deck, lobby, and here we get a staircase to go down. And I think here we could have like a toilet, so we get something like this. So we can have like toilets here, WC. So if we looked into the circulation, we'll go down from here. So we'll enter there, then we can either go here to go to the bottom floor, or we can keep going straight and do something like that. Dining, kitchen, living, and you can go outside, decking. Yep, so that's what we have. Okay, now I'm thinking I hid the kitchen here because I thought there was like a services, so it's good to have it facing south, because normally here you would have like a fixed wall, maybe a small opening at the sink, but then it's like really deep into the house, so maybe I wouldn't get as much sunlight. And so now I'm thinking if I could shift things around, maybe have the kitchen around here so you can get like the morning sun coming from the east when you prepare breakfast, then put in here. Let's try. We gotta change the opacity of this. So maybe keep that. So let's see, maybe I get like the kitchen like that, and so that'll be the kitchen here. Maybe instead of having the lobby here, I can have it where WC is. Maybe lobby here. So that's a kitchen, lobby, WC. You're gonna have the dining. Gonna have the living still here. Like, cause my outdoor deck is quite big right now. I don't even know if I want it that big. And now I got like an extra space. I mean, I could just pull the living here. So like if I were to erase that. And now I have the living here. And maybe the decking, instead of being that big, you can just have something like that. And I have the deck here. Oops. So the circulation now this time is gonna be going down here, and maybe enter the lobby through here. So now when you're here, you have either the choice of going down, you can go maybe to the toilets, and then maybe through here to the kitchen, dining, and living. Actually, that's not bad. I mean, because I mean the lobby is like the hub where everything it's connected, and from here you can choose where you want to go. Okay. What about if instead of having the living next to the dining, maybe we can just keep going along. So maybe like this. Oops. There's gonna be living, dining, kitchen, and then here you get the decking. but then I have to think how it's gonna be below, because I think below that's here, that's where you have the toilets below for the master bedroom. Let's see, if we go new concept and maybe bottom floor, so it's similar. Wait, so the bottom will be, so you have the toilets here, so you come down and maybe we could have something like this, and then we can divide that in maybe into 3. So you walk into down, then here you get the bathroom, WC, then bed, and master bed. Enter from here, and here you get another living area that is directly connected to the outside. And maybe this WC can be a bit bigger here, so you have 2 bathrooms. And maybe also this area, maybe at the top. I think it's better at the top. Maybe here you could have, so you get the WC, maybe you can have another one that'll be like the laundry. But yeah, I think this type of arrangement just simplify everything and keep all the spaces that are similar grouped together. So if we go back to our 3D models, and first I'm gonna turn off all the section cuts. So actually this is, maybe make it smaller here. So this is gonna be all the bedrooms, and maybe we don't, but this one is gonna be hanging up. There's no support for him, so maybe this need to be shift to here. Maybe make that smaller. Make sure everything's in line. Something like that. And let's say we're just gonna pull those back down. And maybe we'll delete this. So here you get the kitchen, and maybe we need to have a lobby here. As you can see, I'm just switching back and forth between my 3D models and my Photoshop sketch, just so I can see how my ideas actually translate into 3D volumes. So you go down the staircase, you enter from here, then you can either go, so that's gonna be the lobby. I'm gonna take this, so there can be like another toilets, and maybe there can be, so you enter here, go to the toilet, or maybe you can go at the back, maybe underneath the packing pad we have some space for some storage, or you can just walk down to the bedrooms, and there's like a path here. This side you get the kitchen, here you get the dining. Maybe I can have like a living room entertainment area, like a TV and stuff around here. And maybe here we can have like another living area, like a maybe library while it's really sunny. And then, because I mean, if you're watching TV, you don't really mind if there's no light so much. So maybe this space can be a bit smaller. So maybe this is just for sitting area. And then we got an outdoor deck here. And I think if I want this kitchen to have some sunlight, I would remove this and maybe push it a bit further outside. So maybe I can increase that width as well. Okay, looks pretty good. So this one at the bottom is gonna be bathroom, toilets. Maybe I can make it like a extend this one to here as well. So you could actually access this outside space through a door here, or maybe through the bathroom area. So maybe here, that's where we can hang our clothes. That's facing south, so there's gonna be a lot of wind, make them dry quicker. So maybe we have the toilet on top, maybe at the bottom, that's where we have the laundry, so it's not gonna bother anybody. And maybe we just increase that length, so there's a link between those two. And maybe this, we can just move it along, make a copy, so there's one on the other side. Those staircases could actually be pushed around here. Now I'm wondering if I should add some like a balustrade for the one at the bottoms. Maybe I can just push that so it's in line with this, and maybe make a copy. And so now each room will have like a deck. And maybe we can extend this one a little bit more, let's say 1.5, and we'll extend the one at the top as well. So one room like this, and here so everybody got some view from the north, and the master bedroom will have some view to the south, to the west, and also to the south. Maybe now I'm thinking that this area actually need to be kind of protected in some ways, because I mean I could have like a balustrade, or we could have like a fixed wall. Let's see, if we were to build a wall, let's say 0.4, then maybe we can just pull it all the way down. Nice. I think maybe this wall could actually work as some type of brace. I don't think there'll be a concrete wall, maybe like some steel beams and then clad with timber. I could see like some vines growing on it. And maybe you can just pull it a little bit up. And of course this top area will need to have some type of roof as well. Maybe we can do something like that. I'm gonna go to thickness of 0.2 and maybe expand it a little bit, 0.6. Right, let's say 1 meter, 1.2. I'm thinking, I think at first I wanted to have some type of glass here, so as you enter here you'll see the south on the trees, but then having glass is not really good for insulation, especially if all the cold wind is gonna hit that surface. So maybe we can just repeat that idea of the wall on that side, make a copy here, and then we're gonna drag it same height and move it along. So what we could do is have that wall solid with maybe a few windows, and have the top open so you can get the natural light. Yeah. Okay, and I think we need some type of balustrade here as well. Because before here I had another packing pad, because I really have wanted to, as you walk down you had that feeling of compression and maybe just getting darker as you get closer to the entrance. So maybe here we could also have that wall here. It will still give that impression of being enclosed tight, without hiding any of the suns to the kitchen. And maybe here we can have like a little balustrade, solid one. So as you come down here, it's all enclosed, you only see the house, and then when you get here Maybe you get the entry on one side, and on the other side you get the outdoor, like a. So I think this needs to be covered. Make a copy of that line, and this is gonna be pushed to it here. And here maybe I can have like a maybe some timber slats so you can still see through, or maybe a mesh screen mesh. And actually this design is a bit better. Like you would come park here, your view wouldn't be blocked, so you could see in the distance. Then you come down, that's what you have. Then you enter from the side. In the lobby you can either go straight or down, or to the toilet, or to the storage. And then when you're inside, you get the dining, the kitchen, which has some nice natural light. Then you get the dining and small living entertainment area, or maybe that could be where there's like a studio office. Yeah, that could be my studio. And maybe this can be pulled further, and that would be like the living area. Yeah, I think I'll transform that to a studio. And maybe here, if I wanted to have the light in my studio, I could just change the roof height. So I can have some lights coming through here, and then it will hit the back. And then this could be lift up. Oh no, actually I like when it's a bit broken. Cool. I think it's looking good. Okay, so now we're just gonna save that, and we're gonna go back to our main floor. So that's our new floor plan. So we can just save that. New concept to main floor, and I'm gonna do bottom. New concept to bottom floor. And we're gonna import that into Photoshop. And make a copy, make a background. And change the opacity lower. Now let's trace the contour. So that'll be my kitchen. So guess. And here I have like a big wall here. Got a big wall there. And I got one here. And I would have a little one like a balustrade here. Oops, make it smaller again. I have one here. And I'll have one here. Interior wall, I would have something here. Maybe I can have like the storage and the bathroom under that carpool. So maybe this is like a storage. Maybe I'll have the WC here, storage. That's a wall. Landing to go to the to the bottom floor. I'll have the door here. And maybe this is gonna be the path. I can have like an island or bar. Maybe I don't have that. Maybe this is like that's the kitchen. That's the island. Got bar here, settings. Here you can have the sink and stove and oven. Then get it the fridge here. Then here you'll have like maybe your dining tables, and here you would have your living. Library. So maybe here that's where people can come and discuss, and here that's where they watch movies. That's supposed to be a sofa. Yeah. Maybe this can just be smaller. And you have a bigger outdoor deck. So if you were to work on the circulation, come them through here, enter here, this way. Yeah, I kind of like this one a bit more. All the main living area is gonna have like direct sunlight. This one is more private, more cozy, protected. All the WC laundry will be at the back, away from the sleeping and the living areas. And so if we go to the bedroom parts, just copy that, put it here, turn that off, and change the opacity, and we do the same thing. So that's the staircase. You get the main wall, you get the bathrooms, and those are supposedly be the bedrooms. So that's like an outdoor terrace, but that will still be enclosed. So that's like a living. And so you go down the staircase. This path here. So maybe this needs to be shifted along so I can still enter that room. So maybe the big wall there should actually be shifted a bit. Oops. So I'll have one master bedroom and 2 living rooms. Enter from here, enter from here and here. And here I can have door to here, door here, and maybe door here. So that could be the main bathroom. So I can have the bed this way. Maybe I can have like closet here. Very simple. Bathroom. Maybe some storage there. Maybe that's where you're gonna have your bathtub, and that's where you're gonna have your sink, and maybe that's where you have the toilets. Maybe this needs to be shifted along a bit here so I get more room for another toilet here. Like something more like this. Put this on this side. Okay. So the circulation will be the same. Come through here, here, enter here, here. So you always have like a central corridor, and from there it's gonna be spaces along it. Excuse me. Access through here. Okay, I think that's it for today. I think next time we'll try to maybe redo that and add some furniture to check that the scale is all correct. But I think we're doing well. Okay, well, thank you. See ya.